film, although seen through European eyes. Some people go back to the past out of nostalgic reasons, and some other people go back to the past to understand the present better. I think that's what's happening with this film. It's about a boy who chasing his dreams and doesn't particularly enjoy where he ends up chasing those dreams. And like me, this is well beyond my wildest dreams, and I'm very happy to be here. People who are also here are two of the main actors, and I'd like to introduce you tonight to Sam Riley. Sam Riley, as you will see in the film, he's doing an incredible job. It's not even a job, it's a life as Ian Curtis. And Alexandra Maria Lara plays Annik Honoré. And equally, I'm thrilled to have worked with Alexandra. So, want to say hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
That's how we work. Well, I hope you're enjoying the film. It's black and white, it's not very fast, it's about the 70s. So, hang in there. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
So we have some time now to talk with our guests. We can take some questions from the audience. And if I can see at all. No.
Up here.
Go ahead, just shut. I can't see it all. Go ahead.
I don't have a question. I just like to say thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Just in terms of your physical characterization, what footage and what stuff did you use for turning yourself into Ian?
There's only really just over an hour's worth of footage of them in existence, really. A couple of good quality TV shows and then dodgy VHS. So I had that on repeat in my flat for a long time. Which my flatmates still haven't forgiven me for. And we all danced around the living room together. Some of them were better than me, actually, but...
Yeah, well, it was fantastic work. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Rainbow.
I have a question for Anton.
He's here.
When did you first approach Debbie about doing it, and were you able to film the film according to original vision to its completion?
Well, I actually never approached Debbie. Orny Williams bought the rights to the book about 10 years ago, and he approached me with the idea of making a film about this subject matter, which I consequently turned down. But half a year later I thought I actually really should do it. And I think there were some deals made with Debbie prior to me getting really involved. But I did make an agreement with Debbie that it was going to be my film and not her film. And it was a movie about Ian Curtis and not about Debbie Curtis. So that's the only agreement I really made with her.
Did you film the whole movie?
Oh no.
No.
I want a DVD if you have.
No. Just question and answer.
Just long time
That's the
fan.
question and answer period. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Question over here.
Yes, go ahead.
It was a fantastic film, thank you. I know the members of New Order, a few of them saw it in Cannes, was it a month or two ago? Wondering what they thought about it.
They hated it. They thought we were far better than they ever were at the time. No, I actually showed it to them in November, and before they went into the theater, Hoekie said to me, well, we never agree on anything, so it'd be a miracle if we agreed on this film. But they all loved it. Surprise, actually. And then they agreed to do the score for the film as well. And then they came to Cannes to just support the film.
I have a question for Anton.
Yeah, thanks. Go ahead.
How impressed were you by how it came out, concerning the subject matter and that you were the original, that you directed the music videos for?
Well, I directed one music video for them, which was 8 years after Ian died. It was for Atmosphere. I did a few photographs with them in '79 and in 1980, prior to Ian's suicide. And what was the question again? Sorry.
How did you feel about how it turned out?
Oh, well, how it turned out. Well, to be honest, yeah, I thought, oh, it's gone now. Well, to be very honest, and that's because of the people sitting next to me, it turned out much better than I ever hoped for. We were severely blessed with an incredible cast, and I think that's what should carry, you know, the story and the cast that carry the film, in my eyes.
And a question for Alexandra. How did you speak with Annik? Did you develop your character?
No, I didn't speak to her because, as I knew from Anton, and if you Google her on the internet, you see immediately that there are not a lot of things to find about her, because I think she's a very decent and private person, and she never used to speak about her relationship to Ian Curtis. So I was free to trust my director and my feeling, and that's it. Yeah. Thank you.
The feeling for the director.
Right at the top.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Did Tony Wilson ever see the film?
Unfortunately not, no. You know, when people are ill, you don't sometimes realize how ill people are. So unfortunately, he didn't see it. He did come to the shoot a couple of times. So he knew what we were doing, and he was very happy with the way his person was played by Greg Parkinson. I mean, he's a very flamboyant guy, and in 24-Hour Party People, Steve Coogan did a great caricature of Tony Wilson, and I think Tony Wilson likes these kind of things, but the way he was played in our movie was closer to the real person.
Anton, were you involved with all the lighting?
Yeah, Denny. Yeah. What do you reckon?
Well, it looks beautiful.
Well, yeah. Well, I like to take the credit, but actually we had a fantastic DP, Martin Rohr, a German DP. It's his first movie, and you know, we work closely together, of course. But he's fantastic with light, and as you well know, I'm actually not very good with light. What do you think of the sound?
I thought it sounded really great. All the music is very penetrating. I thought it was great. Congratulations on everything. The sound, you know, from my corner, it seemed great.
Great. I have a question for the guy on row 15.
So go ahead, yeah.
Why did you use re-recorded versions of the songs rather than the original versions?
You mean you would have preferred to see people play back? Why? Go home and play the record. I mean, it's so realistic when people play the songs for real, and they do such a good job of it that I think that there's there's no question in my mind that it's the right decision. And the very simple songs. If you study 2 months, you probably can play the parts too. We're not talking about recreating Pink Floyd here. I mean, it doesn't mean they're not beautiful songs and very meaningful and great lyrics, but an incredible performance from the singer.
No, it's not perfect, but it was more going for. It's more about an essence than an exact sound, I suppose. But I'm not Ian.
I think these guys did the right thing. There's nothing worse than watching actors miming to stuff when they're not really playing instruments.
Cheers.
Right.
I like that guy.
Yeah.
So what's everybody working on now?
Promoting the damn thing.
Why did you do it in black and white?
No, he's not good.
Anton Corbijn.
Why black and white?
Why black and white? Yeah.
So one at a time. You're asking about black and you're about white. Okay. So the way I recall that period for me was quite black and white. If you also look at any visual memory of Joy Division, apart from some very badly recorded live performances, everything is in black and white. And also the record sleeves were in black and white. It just felt accurate to portray the band this way and the period.
We have time for one last question.
Oh, more? No? Oh, we have to close?
So are we having time? I know. Can we have a few more minutes or?
Just a couple questions.
Okay, let's go for 3.
Why don't you choose it as your first
Okay,
feature
just
film?
one moment. Can we go ahead? Yes.
Can I ask how it came about you got John Clark for the...
Yeah, money, I think it was money, yeah. It was money, I think. Well, no, John Clark, he sort of, in this movie, transcends time. He looks exactly the same as 30 years ago, if not even skinnier. So, it was perfect, he didn't look any different, and it was a very funny element in the film for me.
We had a question right here. Go ahead.
In your intro, you talked about, and I can't remember exactly what you said, but about looking back for its own sake, or looking back because it has some perspective to today. I wonder if you could expand a little on that.
Oh, that was private. I mean, that was talking about myself, because I kind of wanted with this movie to finish a period in my life where a lot of your work still comes from the influences from your teenage years. So, and I wanted to cap it off with this film, and from now on I'm gonna work that people are still alive and in color.
Okay, we have a question here at the front.
My question is for Sam. First, thank you for your great performance. I sometimes saw you and I sometimes saw Ian at this movie. You guys' images blur together. And my question is, since you have played the role of artist and again, I think it's hard to have first to repeat same role. Also, it's hard to see any suicide and the industry.
Yeah.
And the like this is personal pressure and expressing. And I saw the interview on the Arabic.
It's okay.
I cried.
Sorry,
I also cried. Don't. Yeah.
It's okay.
How about you fell into acting after you already did this role before and when you decide to do it again?
I was never offered the role before. I auditioned the 24-hour party people to play the Stephen Morris. But I got beaten up in Leeds and turned up to the audition with a black eye, and the director said, "Oh, you look like Marquis Smith." So that's why I got that. And I was only there for 20 minutes. They said, when Steve gets there, tell him to fuck off, and that was my part in 24 hours. I was cut out of it. Thank you. Cheers.
One last question here.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to steal the guy's thunder from up there. Anton, why did you choose this to be your first feature?
Well, I guess because it was the first story that came to me where I felt I could take a year off for and dive into, because I had an emotional connection to the story. And every other script that I've seen, I had no emotional connection to it. And I think when you're not a filmmaker by nature, you need to find something that connects you to the story. That's the short answer.
Any reason for the inclusion of Strojek in the film? Maybe a correlation between Bruno West and Ian?
Apparently, he saw in the Radio Times while he was at his mum's house that it was on, and he wanted to watch it, so he went home, and as far as we know, that was the last thing he watched.
Yeah, that's historically accurate.
Okay, thank you so much for bringing this to us. Thank you.
Thank you.